A white man has been sentenced to life in prison for killing a 27-year-old Nigerian man by the name of Isaiah Olugbemi in Maryland, United States. Although the killing took place in 2024, the life sentence was handed to Nicholas Francis, the killer, on the 26th of August 2025. Nicholas was sentenced to life plus 20 years for first-degree murder. And according to court proceedings in February of 2025, earlier this year, the charges were read to him and he pleaded guilty. However, up until this moment, despite being sentenced, we still don't know why this 37-year-old man chose to pick up a gun and waste bullets on Isaiah. It is clear that this could have been racially motivated, but there are reasons to believe that it could be other things, which still boils down to race, in my opinion. So what happened that day? Isaiah Olugbemi was a US-based Nigerian boxer and also a father of a little boy. It's not clear if he was born in the US or if he was raised there or if he moved there, and it's not clear if he was married. But he lived with relatives, with his sister and family members, his brothers as well. And on the said day, the 17th of June 2024, he had just come back from the gym and was walking home when his neighbor, 37-year-old Nicholas, walked up to him and opened fire on him, shooting Isaiah 14 times. According to the CCTV footage, it was said at some point he stopped shooting, whether the gun jammed or whether he needed time to see whether Isaiah was dead or still alive. After he had his moment, he went further, closer to Isaiah when Isaiah was already on the ground and shot 3 more bullets at him. By the time the police got the phone call, because Isaiah's sister was in the house, he had family who were in the house who were hearing this gunshot, and everybody did not even know what was happening because this was late in the evening. So nobody knew what this gunshot meant. The sister was recording a video when she heard the gunshot, so everybody thought something was happening. And by the time the gunshot died down, little did they know that it was their brother Isaiah that had been killed by their neighbor. The police came, Isaiah was rushed to the hospital, but unfortunately there wasn't much they could do. He succumbed to the injuries sustained with the 14 bullets fired at him. I mean, 1 bullet would have most likely done the job, but 14 bullets? 14? Even after the police arrived, they still did not know who had shot Isaiah. By the time everybody came out, Isaiah was on the floor in this pool of blood. Nobody knew at the initial time who had shot him because nobody saw anything. So apparently, maybe Nicholas did not think that he would be found or seen or caught because for some weird reason he ran away. But thanks to CCTV footages, cameras, they were able to see Nicholas do the killing, and that was how he was instantly sought after and eventually arrested by the police. As per the motive behind killing Isaiah, according to Isaiah's brother, Nicholas and Isaiah had altercations in the past, and this could have been what motivated it. But it wasn't anything out of the normal carrying white people behavior. One of the previous altercations they had was one time when Isaiah and his family were having a party and the music was too loud. We know these white people don't be liking black people's loud music, so that is a common trope we see in a lot of these racially motivated cases. So they had that altercation in the past regarding music, and Isaiah's brother also said that Nicholas had also, in January of that same year, 2024, threatened Isaiah with a gun over another disagreement. You know, I just feel like this is just one of those neighborhood things when your neighbor don't like what you're doing and they come to you, and then there's this back and forth with just basically neighborhood disputes. That is what it seems like. It's nothing out of the ordinary. It's not like they work in the same place. It's not like they shared the same girlfriend. It's not like they lived together. It's not like somebody borrowed something or they had businesses together. The only relationship that they have was that they were neighbors. And the only issues that they had was regarding the neighborhood issues, music, don't come close to my property kind of thing. You know, I'm sure it had to probably do with, I don't even know what else he could have done with. I honestly don't know. For him to fire almost 14 bullets at one person, I don't know. It's ridiculous, especially when there wasn't an immediate issue or an issue the day before or an issue a week before. Because the only issues that seem to stand out is the outdoor party that was held at Isaiah's place that most likely bothered Nicholas in his own house with the music and him coming to threaten them and, being all carrying all on it. But that had happened earlier on, way before the killing. So did Nicholas hold this grudge up until that moment? I mean, it's believable. But one of the funniest things that happened was while in court, they learned that this said Nicholas had several convictions in the past. He had been to court multiple times. He had had case with the police about 7 times. It's unclear if those cases were serious or minor, but they existed. And report had it that Nicholas claimed he did what he did because he was being harassed and bullied by people in the neighborhood. And Isaiah was one of those people. It was even said that he claimed that he was going to share evidence and prove that he was being harassed and bullied by people in the neighborhood. And in my opinion, it's more like, okay, why is he saying that he was being harassed by people in the neighborhood? You killed Isaiah. So what does you being harassed by people in the neighborhood have to do with this? Or was he planning on killing everyone else in the neighborhood? It looked like he was about to go kill everybody who had bullied him, and then started with Isaiah and got caught the next day. I don't know, because I don't know why. He should have just explained why he killed Isaiah only, not telling us that you were harassed by people in the neighborhood, so therefore you decided to kill Isaiah. Make that make sense. Now, there was something I read in an article when trying to learn more about the court case, which is why I think this might have been racially motivated. The article did not go into details, but the article said something funny and something ambiguous. It was sort of like after Nicholas had been handed his sentencing, his life sentence and his 20-year sentence, he came on the court and told the court that he regrets what he did, that he was sorry for what he did, that he feels bad for what he did. But then the article said that they did not believe him because while he was in prison, he made phone calls to people regarding the case, and those phone calls suggested that he may not be really sorry for what he did. And I think the article in my mind is suggesting that maybe in his private conversations, he may have told or bragged to some of his friends who thought he would have a chance of getting out of the case about what he did and how he most likely enjoyed doing what he did. Which, if you look at it, we've seen in past cases similar to this, that when it comes to a white man killing a black guy in such unprovoked situation, you can tell that it's usually mostly racially motivated. So I guess those phone calls that was recorded while he was in prison suggested that he may have enjoyed killing Isaiah, but he just thought he had enough whiteness in him to get away with it.